What is happening, my friends? I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin, and thank you so much for joining the Arrington Gavin Show, your go to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day. Whether it's politics, pop culture, sports, or the latest buzz, we're diving deep and keeping it real. So do me a favor, kick back, stay informed, and come on and join the conversation. Look, my friends, I hope you all are having a tremendous day today. We have a lot to discuss and impact within this hour. Once again, for those who are not familiar, you are tuning to the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. I hope you all are having a great day today. Be sure to subscribe if you are checking us out on the streaming platforms of either YouTube or Rumble. Please subscribe, share with a friend, comment, all the good stuff, man. We truly appreciate it. As well as if you are listening to this platform on via podcast, please give us 5 stars, give us a great review. Again, follow, share everything you can. We truly appreciate that. We drop new episodes weeknights, Monday through Friday, as well as on our radio affiliate WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk out of Dallas, Georgia, every weeknight at 11 p.m., as well as on WDJYFM.com. So multiple ways you can tune into the platform. We are a growing grassroots independent program where we just give it to you straight, straight shot, no chaser. We keep it to you up front. We give you the side that mainstream media doesn't want you to know or want you to be informed about. Now, understand we live in a very hustle and bustle society. Everybody's always on the move. They get their news from 30-second clips, and that's it, right? They never hear the details. They never read the details. You rarely see people reading newspapers. So this platform is just to kind of help get you up to speed, kind of give you a brief description of it, just, in layman's terms, is very, very short and brief, but enough to be like, wait a minute, something's not right with this. And look, we're unbiased. We don't choose sides here. I don't like the whole, okay, I'm gonna give you the liberal and the Democratic side and all what the Democrats want you to hear, and then here on the right, I'm gonna give you all the Republican talking points and what conservatives want you to hear about and stuff. No. That's not truthful. That's not being honest. That's not being real. And that's just not the world we live in, y'all. So I'm very excited because we got a lot to discuss. We have a lot to discuss, and it's getting real juicy. Do me a favor, though. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. The Instagram, our social media is the Arrington Gavin Show on Instagram, as well as on X, formerly known as Twitter. Excuse me, as I try to get gracious, adjust myself. You realize that you're not there's certain pants that you think you can fit in. Yeah, you really can't, because I've been in the gym, right? Okay, getting those quadriceps. Is that what they call them? Yeah, quads. Yeah, quadriceps. Intact. Getting the gluteus maximus intact. And my wife actually complimented. She told the trainer, keep it up. I'm starting to see that cake, and I'm like, babe, I feel weird when you you talk out in public saying, yeah, I like that cake, man. Like cake and a man in the same sentence, it feels weird for me to say, yeah, look at that cake. I'm like, all right, stop it. Shout out to my beautiful wife. We just celebrated our 2-year wedding anniversary. We actually been together for about 8 years, but yeah, we're celebrating 2 years. We're still a rookie couple. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And but we're grateful. She's my ride or die, my partner in crime and best friend. And she's one of my biggest critics as well. Like she is she always loves to critique me about this program. Like, I didn't care for that topic that you spoke on about it. I didn't tune in. I need to binge watch your show. I don't watch or listen to your program every night. I'm like, wow, that's my biggest fan. I was like, I got stuff to do. I gotta watch Twilight or something, or HGTV. Like she's an HGTV fan. But anyway, y'all, look, we're gonna be discussing a lot of politics. Really, mostly politics. The way I'm looking at this, maybe like a little bit of sports, but mostly politics. So yeah, sit back, stay informed, and enjoy the show. Look, my friends, let's get it going with our gotta shout out supporters who keep the lights running for this program, like Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Rugged is the new smooth. It is an all natural men's grooming line that offers 17 scented beard balms, beard oils, conditioner shampoos, everything you need to help enhance your facial hair care needs. So whether you have a mustache, a beard, a goatee, or like the they call them Van Dykes, right? Look, they have all the right products for you. Facial cleansers, body lotion, body wash, let's see, exfoliating soaps. They have it all. And look, man, we have to take care of our temple, not just internally, but also externally. That means skin, hair, nail, everything. We got to take care of ourselves. Make sure you're taking the proper nutrition as well. So I highly recommend Rugged Evolution Beard Care, not just because I am the owner creator, but no, I'm also a client. Okay, and I have a lot of positive testimonials that men truly love. And man, once again, shout out to Rugged Evolution Beard Care. For more information, visit their website at www.ruggedevo.com. Okay, that's Rugged Evo, RUGGEDEVO.com. We thank them for being a proud supporter of the Arrington Gavin Show. Look here, my friends. When we come back, we'll have more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Of course, we'll have our fun fact of the day, and then we'll get it going with our topics. So don't go anywhere. You are listening to the Arrington Gavin Show.
You know, just like a winning team evolves throughout the season, so does your beard. I'm Arrington Gavin, proud CEO of Rugged Evolution Beard Care. With our premium oils, balms, and grooming tools, it's everything you need to level up your beard game. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a rookie, Rugged Evolution is the new smooth. Order now and dominate the beard game like never before. Rugged Evolution Beard Care, because every beard deserves to be legendary.
Welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. Look, let's get it going with our fun fact of the day before we get it going with our regular lineup of stories. Look, did you know a baby puffin is called a puffling? I don't even know if you even knew that. Look up a puffin or a puffling. It says here, to feed its chick, a puffin parent will carry around 10 fish in its beak at one time, but the biggest record hauled in it is a whopping 62 fish. Wowzers. Okay, wowzers. You learn something new every day. A puffin almost looks like the bird from George of the Jungle. If y'all recall the first George of the Jungle, he had like a bird, but the beak is a lot smaller. So check that out. A puffin. I didn't even know what a puffin was. I wasn't really into birds like that. Shout out to my my environmental science teacher. I won't say her name, but she was awesome. Nothing bad to say about her, but I remember that class, I was not interested in when we had to go like bird watching and stuff. I'm like, what? This is really boring. But hey, I know a lot of people that find it very interesting. They're like, hey, look at that, look at that, look at that. I'm like, I could care less. Any two ways, in two ways. Let's get it going. Okay, first thing I want to bring up, let's get it going with some sports. I've been holding off on this story. As you guys know, Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, hope I pronounced that name right. He recently endured yet his second concussion in the game against the Buffalo Bills. Really, the hit wasn't like it wasn't like a huge intense hit. You saw like he kind of had a little whiplash because his head kind of jerked to the side and he was going straight. And now Tua have experienced so many bad traumatic head injuries. I mean, there's past clips of previous seasons where he's, saying, I'm fine, gets up and just collapsed back down. And literally, I want to say the team doctor had got let go because they're like, okay, this dude just had a awful hit the last game. Then you're saying he's clear to play the next game and then experience another head injury. And he's like literally unconscious. Like, what's the deal? And it's so hard because playing in the National Football League is already a high intense sport. I mean, the injury list is like very high. Okay. Retirement age is getting lower and lower every day. One of my good friends, Don Carey, he played for 10 years. My father, he played professional for a few years, did a few short stint with the Seattle Seahawks, then played in Canada. And I mean, he has bad injuries, right? Even, experience through college. I did Pop Warner all the way to high school, didn't experience playing on a collegiate level or ever wanted to pursue the pros, but it's an intense sport. Just to follow you all up with how that's going with the Dolphins QB, because a lot of people are saying, okay, he's like 26 years old, maybe even younger. Should he, I don't know, retire? Should he start thinking about, okay, his health and things in that nature? Look, there's been so many, high profile NFL stars that has said, look, I'm going to hang it up pretty early. Guys like Andrew Luck, former quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts, retired at 29 years old after 6 seasons. He said reasons for his retirement was, mental, family pressure, and battling medical issues, right? Also Luke Kuechly, 8 seasons as the Carolina Panthers, linebacker. Who else do we have? We have Calvin Johnson, wide receiver Megatron, for the Detroit Lions. Injuries. I mean, everybody had different types. It's not all just head injuries, by the way, too. This was just injuries in general. So the conversation was coming up. Should he consider an early retirement? Right now, of course, he denied all of those talks and saying, I'll retire when I'm, good and damn well, I'm, ready to retire. As he should, right? No one should tell you when to retire. Now, when the body tells you one way, you just have to go with that and not try to make matters even worse. But it just has been reported. This is I'm reading this from Yahoo Sports that Dolphins plays QB Tua I'm really good at Tagovailoa. I'm really having some hard times with that last name. On injury reserve because concussion suffered in the game against Miami Dolphins. It says here that the Miami Dolphins plays QB on injury reserve recently with the concussion he suffered against the Buffalo Bills. Now, it's not clear from Miami's announcement how long he will be sidelined, but a stint of injury reserve means that he will miss at least 4 games, okay? As I mentioned before, he has a history of trauma, was concussed in a hit to the head in the third quarter recently. And you just don't want to repeat those same old injuries, especially when it comes to the brain, man. Especially if you've seen the movie Concussion, it's intense. It really is intense. So I just wanted to follow you all up in the sports world with that, especially you Miami Dolphins fans out there, because you guys got some stories already happening. You got your wide receiver Tyreek Hill booked, getting arrested outside the stadium, and that's going to be a long going conversation that we will continue to follow up, because I might as well follow up a little bit with you. So one of the officers that was put on administrative leave, he had already been I want to say in trouble with 6 different incidents. Oh man, let me see if I can find it real quick. Before it says here that he was previously suspended 6 times. Okay, so the officer that was one of the officers that was that had detained Tyreek Hill was suspended 6 times before this had happened. So you got some bad apples, man. And here's the thing: how the hell do you still keep a job in that related field, wherever field you're at, after being suspended 6 times? 6 times. Twice to me is like too many, but 6, I don't understand. I don't understand. Moving on, ladies and gents. Moving on, to share a little bit about the most recent assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump, as we started to speak about it last show. It's extremely sad. We are living in some terrible times at the moment, and the awful thing is everybody is playing the blame game, pointing fingers. So Donald Trump was at his golf course, I believe in Florida, and a gentleman was detained, put under arrest, and is going to be charged on charges of having a gun as a convicted felon, and just it's not good. It's not looking good for him. I'll just say that it's not looking good for him. So he was gonna attempt to take out a former sitting president. This will be the second time in I believe 2 or 3 months that this is against former President Donald Trump. Now, so many people, especially on the right, are saying, well, we need to point fingers at the FBI and at the rhetoric, at the rhetoric that's coming out of the mouth of Kamala Harris and the Democrats, because they're the cause of this. There's a cause of this. And I'm just like, dude, it's not. Here's what kills me. Your ringleader, and best believe I'm extremely happy that he is safe, that no one was harmed. I'm not a Trump fan at all, but damn it, I do not wish harm on my worst enemy. Okay, I don't, and neither should you. But this man was a former sitting president. He is a father. He is a grandfather. He is a husband. He's so many other things. So it's like, why are you quick to blame? Because you start to, the first people that said, oh, I'm glad he's okay, we need to beef up the security, was Democrats, was Kamala Harris, was Joe Biden. Okay, best believe they don't like him either, but they're not going to wish harm. But what does Trump say? Oh, this is because of what, after the debate and all the rallies that she's had. Look what she's starting. Look what she's done. Look what she's done. And see, I'm telling you, the majority of Republicans, that's what turns them away from, not when you say majority, I'll say people that are not a part of the MAGA movement. That's what turns them away from the Republican Party. Is that right there? It's always the pick and fights. Whatever happened to civil discourse, civil, agreeing to disagree, right? Whatever happened to that? I'm fortunate to have so many friends that we all don't align politically. Okay. I have friends that are Trump supporters. I have Democrat friends. I've had progressive friends. I have independents. I have libertarians. I have you name. I have people that don't even vote. Okay, within my circle. But we don't let that, separate good friendship. Hey, we agree, disagree. We also don't support the same sport teams. We don't like the same TV shows. We don't dress the same. Okay, we don't like the same food. I mean, it's just, this has gone really out of hand. I wanted to also keep y'all up to speed on just there is a individual by the name of Laura Loomer. Okay, Laura Loomer. She's been in the headlines lately, not for the right reasons. And I'm like, who is this Laura Loomer? Who are they talking about? Who are they talking about? So she is one of the top I guess Trump supporters there is. She's, I think, in line of being a spokesperson maybe for Donald Trump. A far right conspiracy theory. Let me go ahead and bring up this graphic for those who are watching us. Let me see here. So I can put a face to it for you guys. Oh, no, that's not it. That is not it. Here we go. I think this is the one I want. There we go. I tell you, when we make it big, and I have a squad of people that are in the control room, that will be amazing. Because I'm like always, it's hard for me to like multitask all the time, you know? I'm not the only one, right? So let's put a face to it. So it says here that she is a far-right political activist, conspiracy theorist, and internet personality. She was the Republican nominee to represent Florida's 21st congressional district in 2020 for the House Representative, losing to Democrat Lou Frankel. Now, she also ran in the Republican primary for Florida's 11th congressional district in 2022, losing to the incumbent Danielle Webster. She describes herself as being pro-white nationalist and pro-Islamophobe. All right. Originally from Tucson, Arizona. Let's see some other. Okay. She has worked as an activist for several organizations, including Project Veritas, the Geller Report, Rebel News, and InfoWars. Okay. Wow. She's also gained notoriety as a result of being banned from numerous social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, payment processors, vehicles for hire, and food delivery mobile apps for various reasons, including violating policies on hate speech. Oh, coming again with this hate speech, and posting misinformation. Says here, she has also been banned and removed from events and has press credentials revoked for harassing and causing disturbances. Now, recently, Donald Trump sought to hire her during his presidential campaign in April 2023, though his senior campaign advisor strongly discouraged it. But by recently, some Trump supporters and others expressed concerns about Loomer's continuing presence around and influence on Trump. They're saying this because they already know it's going to F him over in the campaign. If they continue to see her front and center and hearing the words she says, let me tell you some recent things she said. Let me see if I can gather it. Where is it, people? Where is it? Okay, I think this is. Oh my goodness. Is that? Let me see here. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gents, because I'm trying to find the comment that she made about current Vice President Kamala Harris, and then you can give me your take on who this chick really is. What she had to say was, let's see how the. She basically, oh my goodness, I cannot find the quote right now. All right. Okay, she said, got it right here. She said on X that the White House, if Kamala Harris wins the election, she said that the White House will smell like curry and White House speeches will be facilitated via a call center if Harris wins the election in November. And obviously, racial reference to the vice president's Indian heritage. This is what please, those who are Trump supporters, who are or even not even crazy about Trump, but just leaning to vote for him, you see why I am so irritated with this gentleman. Because here's the thing. This is what he has been stirring up since he got involved in politics. He causes havoc. He provides opportunity for other crazy individuals like this Miss Loomer over here to say whatever the hell they want to say, and then always plays the victim. And he continues to provide platforms for these people. All righty. I'll be honest. If I'm running for office and I see a person in my audience who's supporting me with a Confederate flag shirt on that will have like an offensive gesture against a certain demographic of people or a certain cultural group, you got to go. We're not having that around here. I'm not having that atmosphere. I'm not having that presence near me because that's not what I'm leaning for. I'm leaning for unity. Where in the world does unity come from? And that's what it blows my mind when my conservative friends, or anybody that I've come across that will say, "Oh, he's bringing unity back. He's bringing this back. The Republican Party is a party of unity." Huh? And look, and y'all know I'm no Democrat whatsoever, but please don't spare me that malarkey, in the words of Joe Biden. Like, come on, where in the world do you see unity happening with? Now they might have unity as far as they support their ride or dies regardless of allegations being brought or how people like they defend their own within their party. But when it comes to the party of unity, bringing multiple cultures together, come on now, y'all like diversity. The Republican elites lack diversity. But when you have people and give people platforms like Laura Loomer, first of all, the name sounds agitating to me. It's like, oh, she's already gonna be a problem. What's this lady, Laura Loomer? She sounds she's gonna be annoying. Like she's maybe like a pain in the ass neighbor, or I don't know. Just she seems like a person that always has something to say within, that group of friends where it's like, did anybody even ask her for her opinion? She's always just has something to say. She seems like that person. Ugh. I tell you, man, where are these people? And it's honestly, since Trump has come into the public eye as a politician now, as a president, do we know how much conservative media has made money-wise? And conspiracy theories, conspiracy, I can't even say the word, conspiracy theorists like Alex Jones. Well, he's losing money now after his lawsuits, but at the time, him, all far right, the Salem News Channel, I mean, the first Real Voice, like all of this strong Newsmax. I mean, come on, what the heck was a Newsmax until the Trump administration? Because you build up a lot of the the people that was initially banned, right? And people are always saying, oh, it was not fair for them to be banned on social media. This is free speech. Well, guess what? There is a difference between free speech and hate speech. I'm not going to continue to go on with that explanation because I've mentioned it before here on this program. But I have to bring this person up because Laura Loomer is going to be one of the top reasons why Trump will lose this election. I mean, he's already lacking right now in numbers. He really is. Like, it's neck and neck, but really, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. But he's hurting. He's hurting. Let me go ahead, and if I can find you, because I'm tired of talking about Miss Loomer, Miss Laura Loomer. Hi, my name is Laura Loomer. Let me go ahead and bring you this. Well, actually, because this article was is from the Atlantic, and it's saying why Republicans draw the line from Miss Laura Loomer. And now let me read a little bit before I move on to another soundbite I want to play for you all. It says here, let's see here. Okay. It starts off in the 9 years since Donald Trump descended from the golden escalator. But they're saying in recent days, a rift has opened up between Trump and the GOP over his allies. Of course. I mean, come on, you got Steve Bannon, you got Laura Loomer, Roger Stone. The list goes on and on. So Laura Loomer, as I mentioned before, online conspiracy theorist and with a penchant for bigotry, was seen leaving Trump's private plane with him before the presidential debate last Tuesday. This is a old article, so this was where I explained the last Tuesday. So it says here that Loomer, the next day, Loomer, who has said that 9/11 was an inside job, tagged along with Trump to a 9/11 memorial event. Really? Okay. Again, whoever works for Trump's campaign, whoever his strategist, y'all just collecting a check at this point. Y'all really collecting a check at this point. Says the Republican politicians do not like her proximity to the ex-president and have said Laura Loomer is a crazy conspiracy theorist who regularly utters disgusting garbage and tend to divide Republicans and stands to hurt President Trump's chances of winning a re-election. Enough, Republican Senator Tom Tillis tweeted, and then other Republicans, including Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, even Marjorie Taylor Greene, which to me, I kind of put her in Laura in the same boat. Sorry, Congresswoman, but you are a piece of work as well. And you like to cause a lot because she's a part of the MAGA movement. Her, Gates, they all got some issues, man. They all got some issues. But let me go ahead and bring this soundbite for you all. And want to get your thoughts on the other side. Let me get this up for you. And one thing, too, is the fact that politics is also a business. A candidate is a brand, not just not just his policies and whatnot, but his presence, his appearance. It's a brand, right? When it comes to voters, I mean, we are very visual. So when we see certain actions, when we hear certain things, like how is that presidential? How is Trump I don't understand, y'all. I really don't understand. I do not understand. Go ahead and play this for you. Is it ready yet, guys? Is it ready? There we go.
We are now just 51 days away from Election Day. And after the first debate this past week, the race is still incredibly close. Former President Trump's allies want him to spend these critical final days talking about the issues on voters' minds, the economy, healthcare, immigration, and focusing on the vice president's vulnerabilities. Instead, Mr. Trump spent most of the week falsely claiming that migrants are eating pets in a small town in Ohio and defending his association with a far-right agitator who other Republicans have condemned. On Tuesday night, former President Trump and Vice President Harris faced off for what may have been the most important 90 minutes of the campaign.
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. Clearly, he is having a very difficult time processing that.
I've never seen a worse period of time. People can't go out and buy cereal or bacon or eggs or anything else.
During the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And I will tell you, the one thing you will not hear him talk about is you.
We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics.
Now, former President Trump doubled down on baseless claims he made on the debate stage that members of the Haitian population in Springfield, Ohio, are abusing pets. City officials say there is just no evidence of that.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They take in the geese. You know where the geese are? In the park, in the lake. And even walking off with their pets. My dog's been taken.
This morning, Springfield is on edge after days of bomb threats that closed public schools, government buildings.
Maybe a
and
dog is
hospitals.
running from you.
Former President Trump also defended his association with far-right activist Laura Loomer, who traveled with him as he made multiple stops on Wednesday to mark the 23rd anniversary of the September 11th attacks. Just last year, Loomer posted a video on social media that called the 9/11 attacks an inside job. This week, she posted a racist tweet about Vice President Harris. Some Republicans are condemning her. North Carolina Senator Tom Tillis writing, quote, Laura Loomer is a crazy conspiracy theorist who regularly utters disgusting garbage intended to divide Republicans.
Oh, like your candidate.
Trump allies tell NBC News that there are
What's
real
the difference?
concerns about Loomer and Trump's relationship and worry Loomer could cost him votes in key battleground states. During
No,
a news
too late
conference
now.
on
He doing
Friday,
that
Mr.
himself
Trump
when he opens his
downplayed
mouth.
his connection to Loomer, but did not disavow her statements.
What value do you feel that Laura Loomer brings to you? And has nobody told you about the conspiracy theories that she has promoted?
No, I don't know that much about it. No, I don't. I know she's a big fan of the campaign, but I really don't know.
What does she bring to you?
I would say that, well, she brings a spirit to us that a lot of people have. We have very spirited people.
Later,
So
he
as long as
posted
they got
on
a good
social
spirit,
media, Laura Loomer doesn't work
you
for the
get to go fly
campaign.
a private
She's
jet.
a private citizen and longtime supporter. I disagree with the statements she made, but like the many millions of people who support me, she is tired of watching the radical left Marxists and fascists violently attack and smear me.
I think that is very rich for
Welcome to the Credit Karma Files.
like literally they're describing how insane she is and that she is a conspiracy theorist. She's crazy. She's this, she's that. But guess what? She looks up to your candidate. So what does that make your candidate? See, when I always see when certain things track, like for example, what normally attracts bugs and gnats and fleas or just flies and anything, right? Y'all smart. Y'all very smart. I'm not going to explain what I'm trying to say, but at the end of the day, look, that's his bread and butter. That's his prime audience. Remember when I said earlier with the whole, they're eating the dogs, they're taking away the cats and pets, they're eating the dogs. Give me a break. Really? Did you see first? Did you see? You already see. I'm already speaking to existence. Did you see Vice President Kamala Harris like dying over there? Like, what she really saying in her mind is like, I don't believe this mofo. Really, did this man just say they taking the dogs? Lord, I need a drink after this. Like, I need, like, seriously, they're taking like what? The mayor, the city manager, the governor, okay, of Ohio has even said it's not true. Why does he keep? Why did he say that? Because you know what? He has the MAGA movement, in my opinion, they're paranoid. They are paranoid individuals that will listen to anything. Like, for example, there's a host, a conservative host, Carl Jackson is his name. He has a show on Salem News Channel or something like that. And look, I watch media on all platforms, right? I do. I enjoy watching the news. I enjoy watching, opinionated programs. I love watching it from all different sides. I want to, hear their thoughts, style, all that great stuff, right? So this guy, I kid you not, and it makes it. I bring up this question for you all. He said that the parents of school shooters, basically, right? Because recently we've been having a lot of sad to say, a lot of school shootings involving suspects being students, 15, 16 years old, even younger. And he's saying that the parents of those shooters should not be locked up in jail, should not be put in jail, because they had there's not breaking the law for them to give them a gift them a gun or an AR or whatever. It's not against the law. It's not against the law. Man, shut up. Do you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself? So you're just saying, okay, when innocent lives are lost at the hand of an individual that comes to school, shoots up, and then guess what? He shouldn't be put in anything, right? He should just, it was an accident. I mean, why is his parents getting locked up? That's not right. That's not right. Look here. If anybody, when criminals do things illegal, whether if it's selling drugs, whether if it's selling illegal guns, whether if it's shooting, or you name it. Okay, it was an actor, Matthew Perry. They said, okay, well, who sold him the drugs? Oh, it leads them to this person, that person. Guess what? All those people are going to go to jail, because you know what? They sold something. They sold the drugs to an individual that lost his life because of it. Likewise, if he said, look, you're the one that gave me this weapon, and I'm causing havoc on it. Here's the thing, Carl. That same 16-year-old or 14-year-old, I'm forgetting his age, he wouldn't be able to walk in a gun store and say, I need to buy a gun, because you have to be a certain age, right? Or am I missing something? Because in that case, you're telling me he could just walk in, oh, it's perfectly fine. Those parents should be arrested. No, they should. They should. I'm not going to waste my time entertaining about this gentleman, but I say all that to say, the MAGA movement, man, you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. You really can't. Like, they don't have common sense. They're full of nonsense, and they don't have common sense. Common sense, y'all. Common sense. Woo! They got me hot up in here. Let's see here. What do we have next? This just in. This is some new news right here. So I don't know if y'all remember Vivek Ramaswamy. He was a former candidate for president. He was running recently during the Republican primaries for president of the United States. He was a fan favorite because he was, in my opinion, a young Donald Trump. He was very vocal, unfiltered, calling people out, saying, hey, look, I'm the only non-bought individual here on this stage. Like, I mean, he was making a scene, and his laugh was always annoying. He's another billionaire, by the way. I just found this out. He will start a new program, a new show on Fox News. And it's like, wow, that was quick. Look, it happens all the time. People that run for office, sometimes they're not even really pursuing to become president. They're either pursuing to receive a cabinet position on the administration, or money, fame, book deals, you name it. I mean, it's a PR stunt. It really is a PR stunt. It says here that he will host a roundtable series on Fox Nation and on Fox News. Let me see if this will stop. Says here that he has come off the campaign trail and will soon be taking part in the streaming wars. The former Republican presidential candidate will lead Truth with Vivek Ramaswamy. Once again, was he ever truthful? But hey, it's Fox News, so come on. We know the deal. We know the deal. A limited series roundtable program will debut on Sunday, and then air a shorter version at 10 p.m. the same evenings on Fox News. Okay, so he has a program that's going to be on the streaming service and on Fox News. Says here Ramaswamy aims to depict a positive alternative to the left's vision for future discussing issues such as, let me go ahead and take that out, such as American national identity, the ongoing conflicts in Ukraine and Israel, and the protests on U.S. college campuses and religion, amongst others. and I quote, because this is provided from the president of Fox Nation, we are excited to launch this new series showcasing Mr. Ramaswamy's thoughtful and unique perspective on the state of American politics, excuse me, after his his meteoric rise over the last year. Last time I checked, I don't think he was really like, I guess in the conservative movement he was popular. There was some independents that, you know, was a fan of Vivek. I know one of my good friends, Mr. Nicholas Olenek, friend to the show. I know he was a Vivek Ramaswamy guy. Due to the, you know, just the business aspect of him, thought it was very intelligent, and which he is. Hey, he's successful for a reason. Give him his props on that. Says here the panel will include Aparova Ramaswamy, the host, his wife, Matt Taibbi, a journalist and American theoretical physicianist, Stephen Koonin, Ben Zimmer, CEO of Brevant Therapeutics, and Rabbi Shmuley Yet. Okay. This will be interesting. And guess what? He's not the only one with the new show coming out. Nikki Haley, former presidential candidate, Republican presidential candidate. She's a former governor of South Carolina, is also former UN ambassador. She will be launching a weekly radio talk show on Sirius XM. It should be starting very soon. It will be happening through January. It says here that the former Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley is launching her own radio talk show next week on Sirius XM. That's set to air once a week, at least through the inauguration of the new president. She'll do interviews, take listeners' calls, and talk politics on the show, which will be carried Wednesdays from 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the satellite radio system's Triumph channel. That is the same channel that houses Megyn Kelly's show, as well as Glenn Beck, who owns Blaze Media. She said expect to talk mixed in about Clemson football and her passion for running and music, maybe even Taylor Swift. That'll be interesting. The former UN ambassador's own politics won't be a secret, but she said she wants to get away from some of the tribalism that dominates the media. Look, I will be interested in seeing that show more than Vivek. Vivek annoyed the crap out of me, but I'll find this interesting with Nikki Haley's radio program. So many people are starting their radio programs. I wonder why. It's fun, isn't it? It's fun to just talk with you, all the listeners and viewers. Matter of fact, we're going to be working on very soon, hopefully, on how you can get in contact with us. Maybe a call, and you never know. Our shows continue to grow every year, and we're just blessed because, like I said, we are a growing platform. Our numbers on our YouTube channel is growing as well, my friends, as well as on Rumble. I couldn't do that without you guys, so I just want to thank you. Thank you, and continue to spread the word, man. Spread the word. Let's see. Let me see right here. Do I have time? I think I might have some time. Elon Musk, speaking of conspiracy theorists, this gentleman is a piece of work as well. Says here that Elon Musk, the White House has condemned Elon Musk's comments because recently he made a post about Harris and Biden assassination after backlash. Says here that the tech billionaire has deleted on social media a post about the lack of assassination attempts on United States President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris following the widespread criticism. Look, his ass is the problem right there. It's always, you know what, this is suspect. Let's start a rumor because, okay, Trump had 2 assassinations against him. Why not them? You know what? That tells you, I'm sorry, but those are people out there that do not like Trump. Okay, does he deserve his life? Hell no. But there's psychotic people out there that I don't know, man. It's just they're totally against what Trump stands for to the verge that they literally will take his life. And that's insane. Trust and believe. There's people out there that try to attempt on multiple public figures' life and presidential lives. Okay, local officials, politicians are the ones that always get death threats the most. I know this because I've spoken with them personally. They tell me all the time, man, we have to step up security because this and that, and it's sad. It's really sad. But Elon is not a person that needs a platform to share his thoughts openly. I'm gonna just be honest. I don't care if he has all the money in the world. It's just not right. It says here, in the wake of the second apparent assassination attempt, this is reported by Al Jazeera, by the way. It says here that in the second apparent assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump, Elon Musk wrote on X, "No one is even trying to assassinate Biden slash Kamala," along with an emoji of a face with a raised eyebrow. I mean, goodness gracious, dude. You once again, nonsense and no common sense. Dude, you own the platform. You literally, what example are you trying to set? It says here that the chief of Tesla and SpaceX, who has emerged as an outspoken Trump supporter in recent months, wrote the post in response to another X user questioning why people were trying to kill the Republican candidate. Musk later wrote the post had been a joke. Ha! Guess what, dude? Newsflash, you're not funny. Why do so many people think they're comedians? That is the worst thing. People try so hard to be comedians, and guess what? It gets you canceled. Remember when Biden said, "Hey, look, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black." The worst thing he could have done. That right there could have cost him the election. That right there could have cost him the election. Why? Because people try to be funny so much. Guess what? You're just not. Don't even try to practice. Stick with your day job. So many individuals on both sides have condemned him. White House Deputy Press Secretary Andrew Bates condemned the comments as irresponsible. Let's see who else has. I know people on both sides. I will say that. I don't have the quotes from them, but people on both sides have condemned Elon Musk's comment because, once again, you should never wish harm on anybody, regardless of your political beliefs. And it's quite interesting because it's because of how Elon Musk has been handling like his ownership over X, which is, again, it has over 197 million people, I think, are users on X. The Shark Tank billionaire Mark Cuban, also owner of the Mavericks, we know Mark Cuban. He said he wouldn't mind. He would like to buy X and even Fox News. Says here, reported by the Independent, that said he would be interested in buying Fox News and Elon Musk X, but he just can't afford it. That's true. He's a billionaire, but he ain't a billionaire like Murdoch and Musk and all of them. But it's interesting though, because Mark Cuban is an independent, registered independent, and he's criticized both parties, which, hey, I always love to see, because they're both full of it. But I'll be honest, you need a platform like Fox. Like I don't mind platforms with different biases. I don't think it's fair when they say that we're giving you the truth and the facts, and it's not truth or facts, because they're giving you they're giving you one side. They're not really, you know what I mean? Like they're giving you a one perspective side of things, right? It's not true. It's not factual. It's most likely it's opinionated, but they twist up some facts, but they twist it up into being unfactual. And that happens on left-leaning media outlets, right-leaning media outlets. I always like to credit News Nation for being fair and unbiased, because that's their whole promo tool. That's their headline. That's their promotion, is unbiased news. We're just giving you the news. That's it. So for me, I always will give you two sides to everything. But if someone is completely wrong, I'm calling them out. Or if it's a story that's just completely like off the wall, I'm gonna share it. But here on this program, it's a conversation. I have these same conversations with my friends of opposing views, and guess what? We have a great time. Yeah, we might not agree. We agree to disagree, but we each bring on good points. It's like, okay, you have a valid argument right there. Oh yeah, I have a valid argument. Vice versa. But just even think about it. If Mark Cuban bought Fox, would there even be an adjustment with the content? I think so. I don't think he would let anybody go, but he would probably have more restrictions on, okay, what are you putting out? What are you spewing out? Seriously. So it's interesting. It is interesting. Let me see here. I'm looking at my time. Let me see what I can do here. I think I will save my next story for the next show. But before I do that, though, just a quick follow-up on Sean Diddy Combs. As you know, he was arrested recently in New York, arrested on the charges of racketeering and sex trafficking. Just more things came out as far as with the FBI when they raided his homes, and one in Los Angeles, I believe the other one was in Miami, and what they found. Just to give you a brief things of what they found. They found ammunitions, AR-15s. They also found 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricants were confiscated from Diddy's homes. Let me tell you something. They were having some freak offs like no other. And it is just so weird. Okay. It is weird because stuff like this is what always puts a bad rep on the Hollywood industry, the entertainment industry, and so on and so on. He has Diddy's attorneys, they were fighting to try and post a bail, but I believe the court system said no bail. They even said, hey, look, I wanted to post like a $50 million bail. Absolutely not. So he's charged with no bail. He had to turn in all his passports, because he might be a flight risk. I mean, it's just, oh man, it is. Like I said, it's a Diddy downfall is what I call it. A Diddy downfall. My friends, running low on time. I had two other stories I wanted to discuss, but once again, it's always hard to put everything in 1 hour. But it's okay. It's okay, because I'll see you next time. I will see you next time, and I'll continue that story. Look, do me a favor, my friends. Continue to support the Arrington Gavin Show. Like I said, we are a growing platform, unbiased, grassroots, and we could not do this without you. Please, please, please continue to tune into the program Monday through Fridays, 11 p.m. on WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk, as well as WDJYFM.com, and also on the streaming platforms of YouTube and Rumble. Okay, our YouTube channels are Smooth Club Media, and Rumble is the Arrington Gavin Show. Follow us on Instagram at the Arrington Gavin Show, as well as you can listen to us on all major podcast platforms. So wherever you listen to your podcast, you can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. Look, my friends, see you next time. Stay blessed. I'm out.